24 of Lou Maestri. Outside of him, the 24 of Ed Denseski. Then the 74 of Dave Kruk. The 36 of Bob Baroker. The 55 is Steve Tooker. The 39 is Roger Oxy. The 84 is Bob Zarowski. Then we have the 14 of Artie Tappen. The 99, Gary LaMountain. The 25 is Steve Hall. The 11, Sam LaParo. The 60X, last week's feature winner, Paul McInerney. 68, the defending track champion, Pete Buzzy Erickson. The 97, Ralph Stanzione. The 17 of Ron Thiel. And the 0 of Mike Schmidt. That's the late model field for this evening. With the 64, Lou Maestri. The 24 of Ed Denseski. Kruk, Baroker, LaParo. The 55, Steve Tooker. Bob Zarowski. Roger Oxy. Those are the first 4 rows, and we'll be set and ready to go with the feature action shortly. He's set and ready to go, and it's Lou Maestri and Ed Denseski bringing the field down extremely slowly this evening. Gets a slight half-car advantage on the brake as we're green flag racing here at the Riverhead Raceway, and down the back, Denseski to the outside. Denseski fighting back on the outside. It's a little bit loose, but looks like he'll be even a little ahead going into number 3. So they come off Warren down the front. It'll be Ed Denseski by a nose this lap, but they're side by side as they come down the back on lap 3. The pack is tightly bunched this evening as they're lapping a 0 of Mike Schmidt. That's what happens when you come up on a slow car in a groove. The 24 of Denseski stretches the lead a little bit, and Roger Oxy getting underneath the 64. But the 64 of Maestri will gather it in. He'll run second. Action back in the pack as the point leaders. Ooh! And Maestri hits the wall very hard. He flat a tire. We need the ambulance, I believe, as I think Lou Maestri might be injured. No, he's okay. He's out of the car. That's very good to see. He hit the wall very hard, and we'll be back with the restart shortly. Okay, we're setting ready to go for the restart, and the green's out. Denseski, Roger Oxy, and Artie Tappen running under a blanket. 1, 2, 3. Then Steve Tooker, Dave Kruk, and Paul McInerney make up the second group. Tightly bunched field here at the front. Oxy trying to go in hard on the outside, but Denseski has a little bit better coming off, but now Oxy gets a little loose. Denseski keeps the lead, but Oxy working hard on the outside, doing a fine job with the Ultra Smith Firebird. Tappen sneaks underneath now as top three are shuffling. Oxy flats a tire and he'll bring out a caution. Too bad, Roger was running very fine on the outside, but he got over Artie Tappen's wheel and flatted a tire. So under caution, 13 laps complete. We'll be back with a restart shortly. Ready to go racing again, and we've got a green flag. Penseski, Tappen, and Steve Tooker, your top three. Then it's Paul McElhenney, Dave Crook in top five. Bumper tag going on out there, but up front, Penseski and Tappen. It looks to me like Penseski slowing down, Tappen trying to go to the inside. Here comes Steve Tooker to the outside. McElhenney looking for a way by also. Top four cars under a blanket. Tremendous racing. Fantastic racing, totally under the blanket here. Artie Tappen trying to get by, and Tappen takes the lead. And here comes Penseski back underneath. As Steve Tooker takes a hard ride into the fence. And 99 has a flat right front that's Gary LaMountain. Tooker really took a shot in the wall. I'm surprised the car is still driving off the racetrack. Well, we've got 6 laps to go here in this late model feature, and this one isn't over yet. For the restart, Penseski's back in front. Artie Tappen is second, McElhenney third. Buzzy Erickson has moved all the way up to fourth, and Dave Crook is fifth, and we're set and ready to go. Moves underneath with a good move going into one. They come off and down the back. It's already Tappen. Top four cars run under a blanket. McElhenney goes underneath the 24 Penseski for second. Buzzy Erickson's now going to try to get underneath for third. Two laps to go. Flag is out. run for Paul McElhenney, a good run for Buzzy Erickson, coming back after a pit stop. And the Good and Plenty Fashions, car number 14 of Artie Tappen is your winner. A fine job by the rookie late model pilot here at the Riverhead Raceway, and that'll be his third feature event win of the season. A fine job by Artie, and congratulations to the entire Art Tappen racing team. Well, victory lane goes on. We'll be back with the modified shortly. Hey, it's the modified feature, and tonight's the night. Dan Giovanelli could become the modified champion here at the Riverhead Raceway for the 1989 season. On the pole is a 27. It's Tom Tillotson outside of him, the 99 of Carl Miller inside. The X90 is Freddie Harback. The 4 of Brian Miller runs next. The 2 of Frank Figueroa is the 5th place starter, then the 16 of Jeff Malavi, then the 19 of Bob Park, the 8 of Ed Brunhutzel Jr., the 34 of Don Howe, last week's feature winner, the 49 of Chris Young. Then we have the 12 of Dan Giovanelli, the 14 of Rick Holmberg, the 20 is Bill Park, the 15 is Wayne Anderson, the 17X is Jim Reed, then the 02 of Mike Figueroa, the 3 of Joe Ambrose, the 11 is Frank Saladino, the 70 Johnny Bush, and the 28 Scott Wolf. That's the starting field for tonight's Frank Cervoni Memorial Race. We have 2 cars on Hoosier tires tonight. The 99 of Carl Maynard Miller is on Hoosiers, as is the 14 of Rick Holmberg. They both have the new super soft Hoosier racing tires made specifically for the modifieds tonight. And we'll see how they fare with Carl Miller, who was very, very hooked up about a week ago in the warm-ups with the Hoosier tires. And we'll see what it is. It's the Frank Cervoni Memorial Race here at the Riverhead Raceway. Frank Cervoni, who was killed at the Islip Speedway, a member of Freddie Harback's crew. Carl Miller on the outside was working on Freddie's car that night and was standing within 2 or 3 feet of Frank Cervoni. And I'm sure it would be very special for either one of those 2 gentlemen to take this feature, and both are running exceptionally well tonight. We're set and ready to go. Green flag racing, the Frank Cervoni Memorial Race here at the Riverhead Raceway, and the green flag is out. It's Tillotson and Carl Miller side by side in the front row. Down the back, Tillotson has about a wheel advantage going into number 3. Carl Miller fighting back on the outside. It's the 27 of Tom Tillotson, the leader. 99 of Carl Miller. We have carnage in the backstretch, and the 16 of Jeff Malavi, serious damage. The 2 of Figueroa is damaged. And we also had some of the other cars like Eddie Brunhutzel backwards. Looks like there's severe damage to the 2 of Frank Figueroa. Well, we'll be back with the restart on lap 2 in just a moment. To go, green flag racing, lap 2 complete here. It's the 27 and the 99. The green flag's out. As they came together and Carl Miller was shoved out 3 wide, but he's coming back pretty strong. Harback and Miller now get together and oh! Have a wheel flying. And I think that wheel might have gotten into the crowd. I see a crowd milling, and I do believe that wheel got over the fence. Well, we're under red flag conditions here, and I don't think there's anything we can do right now. Just pray that the fans over there were not seriously injured. Situation where back racing, we're glad to report nobody was injured by that wheel. Carl Miller moving into the lead down the backstretch. It's Tom Tillotson second. Freddie Harback is third. Freddie Harback has a problem. But it's Carl Maynard Miller, the leader of the event. Tom Tillotson second. The 14. Of Rick Holmberg, another Hoosier Tire user. He'll run third. Then it's Brian Miller, Dan Giovanelli, Billy Bob Park. They're the top runners in this feature, 5 laps in. Carl Miller with the Hoosier Tires and Rick Holmberg with Hoosier Tires, first and third right now. That seems to be a big story this evening. Mixing it up pretty good this evening at the front of the field. Rick Holmberg runs third, Brian Miller fourth, and Dan Giovanelli fifth. Giovanelli finishes in the top 10 anywhere. He is the 1989 Riverhead Raceway track champion. His first ever track championship in 17 years of competition here on Long Island. Adventure Technologies, NDS Systems, car number 99, powered by a Macbeth's racing engine. It's a Troyer chassis. We're coming up on the halfway point in this event in just a couple of laps. Holmberg, Brian Miller, and Dan Giovanelli. They're the top 5. Quite a fight developing in the second 5 with between Don Howe, who's running excellent tonight in the 34, and the 19 of Bob Park, and Wayne Anderson and Ed Brunhetzel Jr. Complete, and it's been Tom Tillotson the first 5 laps or so, and then Carl Miller taking over and leading it since then. Carl Miller opens up about a 2-car length advantage now on Tom Tillotson. They're going to get into the lap traffic very, very shortly. Going to lap Johnny Bush. And then Mike Vigarola. Carl Miller with a little bit of breathing room now. He's got a couple of car length lead. The stripe, it'll be 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for Carl Miller. Adventure Technologies. Stephen Michael Kalanoff sponsored. NDS Systems, Zero Scrub, Macbeth's Racing Engine. Troyer Chassis Machine. As Wayne Anderson loses a motor, and that'll make the 12 of Dan Giovanelli, the 1989 Riverhead Raceway track champion. 7 laps to go. Remain, 5 to go. As Dan Giovanelli has now moved into the 4th spot. There'll be 2 to go the next time around. 2 laps remain. Carl Miller looking for career win number 2. He won one here at Riverhead Raceway on a Friday night about 7-8 years ago. The white flag is out, the last circuit of the Route 58 Oval. And here comes the 27. Looking for the lastest effort, it's going to be the 99 of Carl Miller, the winner. 27 Tillotson is second, the 14 Holmberg is third, then Dan Giovanelli, the 89 Riverhead Raceway Modified Champion, fourth, and the 4 Brian Miller is fifth. Well, congratulations go out to Carl Maynard Miller on an excellent run this evening, winning the Frank Cervoni Memorial Race, and I tell you, Carl will be extra proud of this one. A fine job by Carl Maynard Miller in victory lane with the Venture Technologies, NDS Systems, Zero Scrub, Macbeth's Racing Engines machine. A fine, fine job by Carl tonight.